Good morning, and on behalf of the Hat Island Yacht Club and the entire Hat Island community, we welcome you to the 2008 Memorial Day Flag Ceremony. We would also like to welcome all family and friends visiting today, and a special welcome to the family and friends of Andy Wilgestrand, our skipper. Welcome. The Yacht Club has celebrated the raising of the flag since 1966. They would gather at the club, pledge their allegiance, and the Commodore would give a brief history of Memorial Day along with personal comments. We would remember our fallen soldiers, raise the flag, and then carry on with a long, fun weekend. A couple of years ago, members of the club formed a committee to make this celebration not a club celebration, but a whole community celebration. Last year, we celebrated with the Color Guard from the Everett Naval Station, with Pete Morgan, our bugler, who will play the bugle, which is the instrument of soldiers for several hundred years in the United States. The committee looked at the makeup of the island and saw it full of veterans. Veterans who served so that we could enjoy the unusual freedoms and opportunities on Hat Island. There are vets from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and the Gulf War. The future of this island will be the men and women serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. I ask that you keep them in your thoughts and prayers today. Most veterans have seen comrades fall in battle, which makes this a very personal day for them. In recognition of our veterans, our committee and the citizens of Hat Island thank you and wish to remember your comrades with you today. To help us remember our fallen and deceased soldiers who fought for this great country, we have enlisted our veterans to participate in today's ceremony. We will hear from Haig Kartosian, who served 29 distinguished years in the United States Navy. The veterans will also gather at the flagpole by the Harbor Master's shack to raise the colors. We also ask that the veterans that have not registered with our committee please do so at the table up by the office. We are proud of you and wish to remember you for all that you have done for us. We will then have the singing of the national anthem by Gabby Baromeo, followed by a moment of silence and reflection. We will then have one final comment and adjourn with the fleet salute. After the conclusion, immediately after, will be Andy's memorial service on the new ferry. Everyone is invited to attend with his family. At this time, I have the honor to introduce to you a dear friend that I first met in 1989. Haig Kartosian served for 29 years in the Navy. He attended Officers Candidate School, served on the USS Palau, a minesweeper. He was a public affairs officer, served at the Pentagon, served in Vietnam, was on the NASA Recovery for Space Capsules. He was Chief of Community Relations, which was a senior staff position for Admiral John S. McCain, Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet in Honolulu, Hawaii. Please welcome Haig Kartosian.
Thank you, Mike. I didn't know I did all that. I am a Navy captain and retired. My wife, Jan, and I have been on the island for about 9 years, and we love what has been done to our island and the people who made it all happen. With that, my compliment. I thank you for allowing me today to speak to you on what I call the celebration of respect, appreciation, and honor to the men and women of our armed forces. As in years past, we sacrifice for our country. Here on Hat Island, we proudly gather today to salute those dedicated men and women and today's military who continue to perpetually protect our nation as well as other nations seeking better lives through freedom. In the hearts of many Americans, Every day is Memorial Day, thanking and praying for all those who have survived and those who bravely protected our nation's treasures of freedom, which are life, liberty, and that evasive pursuit of happiness. Since America's first official observation in May of 1868, when it was called Declaration Day, Americans across this nation will observe Memorial Day as a day of remembrance for those who heroically fought and those who died in our nation's military service. In that year, General John Logan ordered flowers to be decorated on the graves of Union and Confederate soldiers alike as an action to honor and respect all who fought and died in defense of their own ideals. From Valley Forge to Desert Storm, from San Juan Hill to Vietnam, and including the great wars of World War I and World War II, battlefields and cemeteries worldwide remind the honor American heroism has made and their willing response to the call of duty in the peaceful close of their lives of duty and honor. So today we choose to remember the past because the payment for forgetfulness is very dear. Sacrifice, service, duty, freedom. They are all primary reasons for all of us to remember together. I've turned too many pages. To me, Memorial Day is pretty clear. Memorial Day is respect and appreciation for our fallen heroes, as well as the veterans who fought at their side. Memorial Day is a time to remember all defenders of freedom throughout our nation's history. Memorial Day is an acknowledgement of our nation's struggle of growth and focus upon the united liberty for all. But most of all, it is a time of remembrance of the patriotic men and women of our military who have stood in harm's way for over 200 years. Protect our freedom, our beliefs, our way of life, and our pride of what the American flag symbolizes. I'd like to share something with you today that maybe some of you have heard and some of you have forgotten. It is the third verse of the Star-Spangled Banner. Yes, there is a third verse, and it clearly honors the soldiers who, during the Revolutionary War, fought so bravely to protect our flag. Our armed forces throughout our history have and continue to stand ready to defend our flag for what it projects. What is that? Strength, immunity, and freedom. This is the verse. Well, thus be it over, my freemen shall stand between their loved homes and war's dissolution. Blessed with victory and peace, may the heaven-rescued land praise the power that hath made and preserved as a nation. Then conquer we must when our cause is just, and this be our motto, in God is our trust. Okay. Please take a moment with me now, remembering Terry.